What's up, guys? Nick here from Penguin Saber Academy, and today I am joined by Secretary Adam, and today we have ourselves another endurance fight. This fight is going to be between Alex and Ricardo, two of our newest members with Penguin Saber Academy. Alex is 5 feet 9 inches. His primary form is Form 1. His rank is Fledgling, and he's been with us for about 3 months. I do notice that on his fighter card I did not include that, so I feel a little bad. And then we have Ricardo, who has been with us for 1 month. I know, only 1 month. His primary form is also Form 1 because that's all he's been taught. His rank is Fledgling, and his outside experience is Ultimate Frisbee for roughly 6 years. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not much to say about these. This is two new people doing their first endurance fight, and this, I do believe, is one of Ricardo's first matches with a polycarbonate Saber. Here we go. Here, I'm going to give you the play-by-play here. Alex on the left, Ricardo on the right. Alex with the green Saber, Ricardo with the red Saber. Oh, look at that. Nice shot from Ricardo doing some spinny spin McSpin spins. That's 1-0 to Ricardo. Boris, you are a very cute dog. Here we go. Slowly coming up together here. Ricardo with a bit of more pip in his step. He tries to do a sigh or a cho. I don't really remember which. And it looks like Alex just kind of sneaks under the hand. You better be ready. This fight is literally going to be that exact same action for the rest of the fight. That's right. We got like 40 of these points, and that's literally what's going to happen almost every single time. Yep, there it is again, and there's that again. Ricardo does sneak in early. Yeah, Boris, you're licking my hand. It's cute, but all right. Alex coming with a low guard. That's new. Does a little bit of whatever that was. Ricardo, not really sure what he's doing. Looks like Alex did sneak in there, doing a lot of remises. Good job by Alex. Alex 2, Ricardo 2. Everyone's having a good time. Lauren's looking a little bored in the background, but we can't tell because Anthony's blocking her. Anthony, the real MVP, grabbing the scoreboard. And Ricardo's coming up. He's trying to do some flicky flicks. Ooh, Ricardo with some beat, go, go. Did that land? I'm not even sure. Does the score ever get called? Yes, it does. Ricardo gets that point, 3-2, and they are lining back up. Again, Alex coming up slowly on the line. Ricardo just they're both kind of easing their way to the center. You know, usually these larger rings is to encourage circular movement and to encourage, getting closer to each other faster. But it's really interesting. Both of these guys are coming up very slowly. Do you have anything to say about that, Adam?
Literally not much to say. They just walk up. Alex sticks his blade out. Ricardo does some flashy movement, but he does it too wide, and because of that, Alex is able to walk in.
Yep. We're here. We're in it. Yep. We're in it.
We got to we already started. We're going for it.
Yep, we're going for it. So, backstory: me and Adam have reffed this fight, and it's a fight. Like, as you can see here. Oh, Ricardo's doing some stuff. I have to give it to Ricardo. He's doing a lot of things correctly. He's making actions on the blade. He's doing a lot of good stuff, but he's not really reaching that distance because all Alex is doing is just sticking his blade out and letting Ricardo's wide movements hit. Watch, it's probably gonna happen again here. And here we go. Yep, exact same thing. Beat on the blade from Ricardo, but he pulls back his arm, which allows Alex just to tap on his arm for the 3 points. Ricardo is just kind of beating himself in this situation. Hopefully that, doesn't happen for the rest of the fight. Spoiler alert, it kind of does. Alex, again, just kind of sneaking in there. That is a 7-4. This is going swimmingly. Miguel is on his phone. He is absolutely invested in this fight. There's a group of teenagers in the back just sitting down doing nothing, not even watching this fight. That's how interested they are in this matchup. And, ooh, look at a little bit of a shimmy there. Alex, ooh, there was some circular blade movement there, but looks like Alex got the disengage first. Well done. Anthony holding the scoreboard like the true MVP that he is. A big shout out to Anthony. Miguel bending over, grabbing a glove. Oh, there's some fighting happening. Ooh, Ricardo sneaks in there, gets the hand shot. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, 5-8. Still a pretty close match. And here we go. They're coming up to the line again. Got to get those steps in. And they're coming in. Ooh, Alex with a bit more of a flashier movement. That's good. That's some unusual aggression from Alex. And a nice little slap on the hands from Alex. Looks like I had disagreed, but nope. I was just giving the score. 9-5, Alex's lead. My mouth is already getting dry. I thought I was hydrated today. Apparently not. They're coming up at the line. Big swing from Alex. Looks like he actually hit the hand on that first encounter. Easy peasy. That will be the end of round 1. Adam, you have about a minute to talk about the fight. Go.
Okay, so the problems with both of the fighters. They're doing a lot of stuff right. They're advancing right. They're having their guards right. Their movements, for the most part, are right. But a huge problem is they're doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. Alex is just sticking his blade out and walking forward. Ricardo is coming up. He's doing movements, he's doing actions, but quite often his actions are too wide and he's too far away, which lets Alex with his slow ganter just accidentally slip in.
Yeah, there's really not much to be said about this fight. Ricardo is, so it should be said, they're both doing the correct thing. Neither of them are doing anything wrong, but that in itself is a problem because neither of them are changing their strategy. One of them needs to change their strategy in order to take the victory here, and it just seems neither has. Now, granted, they're both new. They may just not have the tools necessary, or they may just be too stubborn to do that because what they are doing feels like they're working. Honestly, I felt like that was already a minute. I guess I did more of these highlights than I thought, but I'm cool with it. These slow-mo shots are fun. I like slow-mo shots.
We can just get an awkward silence and watch.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, wow. Easy shot on the hands. Like, it's kind of nice to see Alex with that little bit of aggression there. I actually kind of like it when Alex gets a little aggressive. I do understand. Oh, here we go. Round 2. All right. Alex has 10 points. Ricardo has 5. Boris is excited. Hello, Boris. And they are fighting each other. Looks like Ricardo slipped in on the hand there. Good job by Ricardo, actually waiting for Alex to splooge his load before he goes, which is a very good job by Ricardo. And they're gonna saunter up again. Ricardo splooges first. Alex just grazes the hand as he does a 6 cut. That is 11-6, Alex's lead. And here we go again with the, what did you call that? When Alex was like walking, what did you call it? His ganter?
Yes, his ganter.
His ganter, I like that word, ganter. What does that mean?
It's pretty much just a walk with style.
A walk with style. He does have style. Gotta give him that. They are coming up here again. A little bit of engagement. Oh, Adam, you're gonna like this. Watch this. I think I do. Second cam! Woo! Yeah! The quality is shit!
Well, the lighting is poor and the camera was really far away.
Yeah, and we were really confused by that camera. We didn't know how it worked at all. Canon cameras not made for video at all. Absolutely terrible. And that was a shot from Ricardo. That is 8-12. Well done by Ricardo. I'm gonna be honest, I'm more excited about that second camera angle than I was about any other point in this fight. Well, no offense to either of the fighters, but that's just the reality.
I'm quite excited about that scoreboard over there.
Oh, dude, that scoreboard. Have you fixed that scoreboard, by the way?
No, I have not.
Yeah, you need to fix that scoreboard.
I really do.
All right. 13-8 scores now 14-8. Alex is still getting those basic sheams in. I mean, fights are won and lost by those sheams, and they're just going to saunter up again. No one's changing anything. Ooh, Ricardo trying another. Oh, disarm. Are you ready for this? Are you ready, Adam? Here it comes. Second cam! Woohoo! This is the only other time I use it. So I'm actually curious to see if that was a general, like an actual disarm. It didn't look like it. It looked like it did actually land on Alex's hand. I forgot what we scored it. It looks like we had discussed it and ended up giving it to Ricardo, rightfully so. But if Ricardo did get like disarmed in that instance, that would have been a overall round loss. Alex would have jetted to 20 points and he would have stayed at 9. We do not allow disarms in our group. If you can't hold on to a saber, you shouldn't be fighting. Okay, and now we're back to our regular scheduled sauntering up to each other slowly. It looked like Alex was trying to go for a high guard there that he was seeing Frenchie do in one of the last fights. And that's a good hand shot by Ricardo, 10-15. I don't really know what to do anymore. I feel like I'm kind of repeating the same thing over and over again.
Well, it doesn't help that they're repeating the same thing over and over again.
Yes, absolutely. You know, I could just keep calling the same thing over and over again, or we could just start doing our breakdown now, because I mean, come on. This is literally how the rest of the fight goes.
We might as well just do the breakdown over it and hope we manage to fill in the rest of the 10 minutes.
Yeah, 17-10. I mean, so far with this round, I'm not exactly impressed. Granted, I'm not disappointed. I need to say that. They're both good fighters. They're both learning. It's very obvious they're both new. And it's, you know, what do you expect from the guy on the right has 1 month experience, the guy on the left has 3 months experience? There's really not much to say.
Quite honestly, if this was an interesting fight, I'd be over the roof, or moon, whatever the saying is, of how good they are. But barely any fighting experience. What do you expect?
Yeah, absolutely. It's 18-11. The play-by-play is gone. Actually, Ricardo on that one had a pretty decent block and actually got him on the repost. That's new. That was new. That's a shame I didn't play-by-play that. That was actually exciting. I felt my blood pressure rise for a quarter of a second. And now we are back down to the resting heart rate. Ooh, actually, Alex with the sheen. Okay, you know what? Those are 2 good points in a row. I gotta give him credit for that. Good job, Alex. Good. 2 claps. And now we're gonna go back to our daily sauntering back. I think Ricardo's gonna get this point, but we will see here. Spoiler alert, he does. Look at that stab. Ooh, that's actually, so we're actually gonna see this a couple more times where Ricardo stabs Alex in the hands and it works well. It almost looks like he's realizing that's something he could do more often against him, but only does it a handful of times. So, you know in the fight with Frenchie and Anthony, thank you. In the fight against Frenchie and Anthony, Frenchie just kind of kept slamming his knee down over and over again. I think I did a count on that. He did 5 knee downs in one match. So like the thing that's happening here, and that's the end of round 2, by the way. Alex is leading at the end of round 2, 20-14. Both fighters being really respectful. I'm going to kind of continue my thought there. Frenchie likes to slam his knee down, and he needs to stop doing that. Ricardo needs to start doing other things. Like, there's one of those thrusts I was talking about where he kind of just gets in. What are your thoughts, Adam? Sorry, this is your time to talk.
Yeah, here's the thing. Where Ricardo, he's a fast learner, very fast learner, which is great because it's easier for both of us if he learns quickly. But right now he has very little mind for strategy. And, it's crazy how important strategy is. And it's something that really can't be taught. You kind of just have to learn it as you go,
That was a beautiful sidestep shot to the hand. That was actually pretty beautiful.
Yeah, I had to stop just to watch that.
That was absolutely gorgeous. Like, now that type of stuff, that sidestep and shots, those are good. That's good basic reactionary strategy. So it honestly, like, it's kind of hard to criticize a fight of 2 people that are just brand freaking new.
Yeah. So I think there's really one thing per person that they each could work on. Ricardo needs to just be able to get closer. Well, I guess technically 2 things for Ricardo. Ricardo needs to be able to get closer. His depth perception right now isn't very good. Expected, he only has 1 month experience. He also needs to not be so wide. A lot of his shots, he's really wide, and he's leaving himself wide open for Alex to just come in there and do a sheen. Alex needs to do more than just a sheen. All he's doing almost this entire match is just walking up there with his blade presented, or he's just doing a sheen. And, those can be effective. There, he did it again. Those can be effective if your opponent's really wide like Ricardo, but anyone with any blade control whatsoever is going to knock your blade away and whack you in the face.
Absolutely. And yeah, honestly, it's kind of hard to add anything to that. You kind of just nailed it on the head. They both just need more of everything. That's really what it is. All in all, I mean, this is like, it's really weird. This is a good fight. It's not a bad fight by any stretch of the means. You and I have seen significantly worse fights just in the last week. Yes. Oh. Yeah. You take that in there, buddy. You take that in.
Yeah. The amount of bad fights we will see in 1 week is truly astounding.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know I'm not doing play-by-play. I know this is not nearly as interesting, but come on, guys. This is literally, they're doing the same thing. And I'm not going to just repeat the same thing over and over again because it's not interesting for me. In comparison to the fights that we've seen from, I don't want to call any groups out, but what we saw, last week after Frisbee, for example, remember that 2-hour-long event one we did with all the people that were really tall and had all the armor and the Subas and everything? What did you think about if we compared those guys who've been doing it for years versus these guys who've done it for literally under 90 days? What are we thinking here?
I think these 2 guys could probably take about half those guys. Mind you, you're talking about the video that we got so bored of that we stopped halfway through.
Let's not forget the guy that slapped his own kid on camera.
Oh yeah, that. Literally the only entertaining parts in that was the fighter cards, the guy slapping his own child in the face, and the guy who brought out a really poorly made prop sword.
Absolutely. I forgot about the sword! Yeah, the fights in themselves were absolutely awful, and I hate to say it, but I actually do believe Mr. 30 Day on the right and Mr. Under 90 Days on the left could actually take at least half of those fighters that we saw that have been doing this for almost decades at this point. So I would say, as for teaching-wise, we are definitely nailing it on the head for getting these guys the correct baseline that they have, because they're doing everything right. Ricardo's doing those wide movements that I've been teaching him, and Alex is using those basics that, he really needs to kind of solidify his offense and defense. I will say, I want to see more defense from Alex. So, as you and I both know, I also want to see his footwork right. I'm just noticing his footwork is kind of horrendous. Yeah. Watch his on guard. Like, right there it was okay. But watch when he comes on guard on the left-hand side. His foot is, like, pointing towards Frenchie?
Yeah, that's something I've been trying to tell him, and, he just needs to either start listening to us, or he needs to fuck up his knee like I did. So,
yeah, one way or another. Half the group has a fucked up knee, so
yeah,
you're gonna learn one way or another. Honestly, all in all, good fight. I know we're kind of just shitting on Ricardo and Alex. This is the shit on Ricardo and Alex thing. All in all, good fight. Here's just some fun slow-mo shots. Honestly, good job, guys. Like, I can't say it. An endurance fight in itself is very difficult, and we're throwing you into this way earlier than we probably should be. But this was a really good test. We didn't have a time limit on this, as you guys probably realize at this point, because I wanted both of them to go to the full 30 points. I want them to feel that desperation. I want them to see if they can employ strategy, and they both need bout experience, and this is just such a great way to do it. With that being said, good job to both Alex and Ricardo for doing an excellent job of Form 1, lessons 1 through 5 sparring. That was actually textbook sparring. It really was. Congratulations, Alex, and I guess we will see all of you in the next video. And until then, toodles!